else is taking life, I'm gonna be saving it.
You got eyes on this? Can you confirm?
They fry you if you're wrong.
I thank God for every day that he gives me in the Corps. Hoorah.
Nobody asks to be a hero. It just sometimes turns out that way.
Join us in commemorating Memorial Day with dozens of new and classic films available instantly with Contour from Cox. Go to Channel 1 or press the Contour button now.
Featuring hometown heroes all season long. The Cox Channel.
It's Championship Saturday, right here on the Cox Channel. Welcome to the University of Tulsa Soccer Stadium. The first of 3 soccer games for you, and we kick it off with the 4A boys game, Fort Gibson and Santa Fe South. Hi, everybody. Mike Ziegenhorn alongside me, the coach, Brian Harvey. You couldn't ask for a better day to play championship soccer.
It's absolutely wonderful, Mike. Usually at this time of the year, we're talking about the win. Well, the win should not be a factor in today's game.
And how about these two teams in this matchup? What can we expect?
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of goals. Both teams like to get forward, but defending is a question mark. So lots of goals on the slate today.
All right, we'll see what happens coming up next. The first of a triple header for you, the 4A boys state title game. Fort Gibson looking for their first ever title. Santa Fe South looking for their 4th soccer championship. The Ford game of the week coming up next.
What if you could keep an eye on your business every hour of every day and know where your customers are at any moment? See what your employees are doing or tell if your windows and doors are secure. And what if you could do all that from anywhere? Introducing Cox Business Security. With HD surveillance and 24/7 monitoring, our security never sleeps, so you can. Cox Business Security Solutions. Security that means business.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event. Get 0% for 60 months on the smartest, most capable trucks. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on F-Series, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Your Tulsa Roughnecks are back in action this week on Thursday, May 11th and Saturday, May 13th at One Oak Field. Thursday's match features Bark in the Park and Thirsty Thursday with dollar beers presented by City Bet Tulsa and City of Tulsa Save Our Streams. And on Saturday night, the first 1,000 fans through the gates at 6 p.m. receive a Roughnecks team poster, compliments of TPSI. If you can't make the game, tune into Cox YurView for all the action. Visit roughnecksfc.com for tickets.
This is important news for anyone who had hernia repair with mesh reinforcement and suffered injuries such as infection, chronic pain, movement or failure of the mesh, organ damage, or needed additional surgery. If you or a loved one suffered injury from mesh used in hernia repair, call the law offices of Davis & Crump at the number below right now to find out if you're eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Our first consultation is free, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call now. Operators are standing by.
The Ford High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Oklahoma City Community College, now is power. MidFirst Bank, true to your money. The Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Weoki Credit Union. And by the Chickasaw Nation. For more information, visit profilesofenation.com.
Well, here's the starting lineups for this 4A state championship game, starting with Fort Gibson Tigers. Colby Leonard and Grayson Raby in forward. Midfielders, Carter Lawson, Caden Burke, Marcos Estrada, and Yassine Karaze. On defense, Cade Cummings, Houston Davis, Tracy Johnson and Blake Faulkner, and your goalkeeper is Nick Young. On the other side of the ledger, who have shown up today, the Santa Fe Saints. Alexis Regoza and Cesar Gallegos are your forwards. Midfielders, Christian Arenaver, Juan Sanchez, Alexis Alfaro, and Moises Robles. And on defense, Alan Alfaro, Ernesto Rango, Sixto Kirk, Lorenzo Yastupinen, and the keeper, Alexis Leo. Number 1. Heck, was not the starter when the year started. The starting goalkeeper tore his ACL, and he got the call. Mike Ziegenhorn and Brian Harvey with you on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're just across the street from the campus of the University of Tulsa, and both teams are out on the field. The fans are coming to their feet, and we are just about set for the national anthem.
Players, coaches, officials, and spectators can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2017 Class 4A Boys Soccer State Championship match between the Santa Fe South Saints and the Fort Gibson Tigers. And now, let's meet the teams. First, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Fort Gibson Tigers. They enter with a record of 17 wins and 2 losses. Their roster, Nick Young, Fisher Taylor, Billy Tice, Colby Leonard, Teddy Hammond, Cade Cummings, Grayson Smith, Carter Lawson, Hayden Burke, Easton Davis, Marcos Estrada, Grayson Ramey, Keegan Hazelwood, Trace Johnson, Joel Anderson, Trapper Taylor, Zinik Kazaris, Alex McElmurray, Blake Faulkner, Sam Carter, Jace Walker, and Levi Colvin. The head coach for Fort Gibson, Todd Friend. And now the home team on the scoreboard, Santa Fe South Saints. They enter today's game with a record of 12 wins and 4 losses. And now let's meet their players. Eduardo Herrera, Alexis Leal, Christian Arenavar, Juan Sanchez, Daniel Morales, Eric Reyes, Hector Fregoso, Alan Alfaro, Alexis Alfaro, Aiden Aveles, Herman Arroyo, Ernesto Rangel, Sixto Kirk, Alexis Regoza, Lorenzo Estupiñán, Moses Robles, Obed Gomez, Anthony Flores, Ethan Almaguer, Eduardo Flores, Cesar Gallegos, and Abraham Romero. The head coach for Santa Fe South is Wes Furley. Today's game is officiated by our center referee, Ron Polson, the assistant referees, Andre Figueredo and Mike Kashef. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. At this time, we would like for everyone to join in a moment of silence to honor those we have lost, and also so that you may, if you choose, reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activities. We ask that you be respectful of others around you during this moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, we invite you to please remain standing and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And all the opening ceremonies underway for this 4A game. Mike Ziegenhorn along the coach, Brian Harvey. We talked about a little bit in the open. It wasn't too windy when we did the open, Coach, but the wind has picked up a little bit out of the south, hasn't it?
We spoke too soon,
You did.
actually. But the field's in lovely condition. It's cool enough that the heat won't affect the players. And as we said, the wind picked up a little bit, so there might be a little bit of effect down there on the field. But other than that, conditions are in tip-top shape.
And there you take a look at the weather, 77 degrees, 41% humidity. The winds are out of the south, southeast at about 4. They've been kicking up a little bit more than that, so that wind will definitely play a factor in today's game or games. This is the first of 3. We've also got the 6A girls, Union and Norman North, and the 6A boys, Broken Arrow and Stillwater, coming up a little bit later after this match.
Well, there's a lot of good soccer on the slate for this afternoon, but I think this first game will offer some goals to us. I don't think we'll see which team defends the best, but obviously I'm looking to see a lot of goals in this game.
And of course, there was 3 games yesterday. Bishop Kelly won both the boys and girls state championships in 5A, so congratulations to them. And both those games were played out here, Coach, and we had a lot of rain in the Tulsa area this week, and you can't even tell the field's been played on.
The pitch it's in great condition. We were down there earlier, Mike, and we could see it. I mean, you asked the question. It looks almost like AstroTurf. It really is special.
Yeah, the Kelly boys beat East Central 2-0, while the Kelly girls got revenge from last year's state title game as they beat Claremore 3-1. And in the 4A girls state championship played at Taft Stadium, Clinton beat Santa Fe South girls 5-0 yesterday in that championship.
That was Clinton's first championship, actually.
Yes, I think you're correct. So Santa Fe South in white have the ball to start things off, and they will be going into the wind in this first half. Fort Gibson in their red will have the wind at their backs. And half number 1, they'll be going right to left on the screen. And there you go, Santa Fe South has kicked things off, and we are underway. The Tigers coach, we talked about it early on, Cade Cummings, number 4, had the ball there. They will pressure quite a bit, won't they?
Yeah, he spoke about them trying to play a high-pressing game, to try to win the ball higher up the field so that they're closer to the opposition goal. And there we have the first offside call of the day.
That offside is Alexis Regoza. First offside for him. Fort Gibson has won 15 straight by a score of 73-3 in those 15 games, Coach.
No, it's quite a very, very good team going forward.
And a very young team with only 2 senior starters.
Yes, sir.
Out here on this squad. for Coach Todd Friend, who is a Fort Gibson grad himself and in his 6th year as the head coach of this Tiger program.
He was very modest in his assumption of the team. When asked, when you played, were you a better team? He said, certainly not.
Yep. He said, this is definitely the best team in the history of Fort Gibson High School. And with a 17-2 record, they won the district. Their closest game in district play was a 4-0 shutout. That's it. Nobody really even scored on them in district. In fact, the only goals they've given up in the last month or so, Coach, have been during the playoffs the last few weeks.
Yeah, and again, you can see they're playing very high line defensively. Santa Fe will have to be very careful not to put offside too much.
Lorenzo Estupinian clears that one out. Off to the side, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Fort Gibson Tigers. Tracy Johnson, the junior, throws it into the box area and not controlled that time by Grayson Ramey. And he'll try it again. Johnson with another shot. Just a little bit far over the head over Hayden Bird, and the keeper, Alexis Leal, picks it up and kicks it downfield for the Saints. Now the Saints trying to attack. Fort Gibson turns the tide on them, and it's quickly back to Santa Fe South. Nice defense that time by Cade Cummings of Fort Gibson, as the Saints thought they might have had a little bit of a breakaway, Coach.
Yeah, they did actually. It was a nice sequence of possession by Santa Fe, and you can see again that there's a nice give and go at the edge of the penalty area there, and they're really probing at the moment.
Tigers having trouble clearing it out of their own box, and they finally do off the foot of Marcos Estrada. Headed back the other way from Sixto Kirk.
And again, they've got to be very careful with that this afternoon. Fort Gibson playing quite a high line, and that's the second time in only the first 5 minutes that they've been caught offside.
They are pretty aggressive offensively, aren't they?
Very much so.
Yes, sir. Field by the keeper, Nick Young, a senior. He averages about 10 saves a game. It's Hayden Bird again, battling against the Saints defense. Now he throws it in quickly. Gets it upfield to Ramey.
Well, it was a good early throw. They almost caught Santa Fe napping a little bit.
Here comes Fort Gibson back the other direction. Yesenia Karazi kicks it toward the goal, and Leal is going to clear it out.
Keeper did quite well, actually. Maintained good possession of the ball.
No, sir. And that one kicked ahead. Alexis Raygoza battling for it, and it's tapped out of bounds by Cade Cummings. So it'll be a throw-in for the Saints. Early in this one, they play 40-minute halves in high school soccer, so we're a little bit more than 5 minutes into this first half. Coach, both teams still trying to figure out what to do, aren't they?
Both teams are still trying to find a rhythm, find a tempo. Santa Fe looked like they found it a little bit quicker than Fort Gibson.
Estrada and Ramey kicking it back and forth. There's Bird again. He's trying to get around the defense and just taps it back to his keeper.
That was a smart move. They maintained possession by playing back to the keeper.
Blake Faulkner keeps it away from the defense. Tigers have been controlling the ball, Coach, but really not getting much upfield.
No, not too much penetration. A lot of sideways passing and backward passing, but no real penetration at the moment.
Now they've got a chance. Ramey right in front. Left-footed shot just off the top of the crossbar for Grayson Ramey.
And that's obviously the best opportunity of the game so far. He maneuvered himself very well on his left foot and found himself with a good shot on the frame.
Ramey's got 21 goals on the season and 1 assist. And here come the Saints. Broken up by Ford Gibson. There's a ball that gets away, but Fort Gibson defensively gets back. Blake Faulkner's there. And not quite able to clear it out off the foot of Carter Lawson.
Fort Gibson are playing with a very, very high line, and there's a lot of space in behind. And if Santa Fe could play with a little bit more discipline and not go too early and go into those spaces and be caught offside, it could be something that they could use.
That ball's tapped out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. The Saints coach, 12-4 on the year. They've won 4 straight. They've had 6 shutouts. They started the season losing 3 of their first 4. They finished second in their district. And, you know, they've had a really successful run here. They've been to the semis. They've won a couple of state championships.
I think as a coach, you really want your team to be in their best form come playoff time. And obviously they were off to a bit of a rocky start, but now they've really come good playoff time.
They've won 3 state titles in school history, 09, 14, and 15. And then they went to the semifinals as this one gets toward the keeper. 4 straight years, and then last year they lost in the first round. And then this year, the coach, we talked to him before the game, he said, hey, I didn't even expect us to be here.
Yeah,
Wes
he
Furley.
thought it was going to be a rebuilding year, Mike, and he said he was pleasantly surprised that they did actually make it.
Throw in for the Saints.
And the Saints get a throw in. Well, Gibson defensively, there's a shot toward the goal, and that one is a little high.
Another good opportunity, and we're seeing both teams now trying to make breakthroughs and getting strikes on goal.
Looked like it might have been off the foot of Moises Robles, number 16. Coach mentioned him as one of their key players.
Yes.
Robles is the leader of the team. He has won 2 state titles, so he's been a 4-year starter. He has 2 state titles of soccer, and he has 1 with cross country. So that's 3. I said 4, I meant 3. And cross country is really a good crossover for a lot of these guys, Coach, because they're always running anyway.
Yep, it's an excellent crossover for soccer.
Robles again wanted a handball in there, nothing called as and the Tigers had plenty of defenders right in the way, but unable to clear it out, and then they finally do.
Santa Fe are having quite a lot of possession at the moment, probing and trying to find a breakthrough. And again, you see Santa Fe playing with a high line, lots of space in behind them.
Sixto Kirk tries to clear it, push it in, and here they come again. It looks like they maybe have somebody offside, and now it's called offside. You are watching the Ford Game of the Week right here on the Cox channel and CoxHSHub.com, streaming worldwide. Appreciate you joining us. 3rd time they've had an offsides called here in the first half. This is the first of our 3 state championship games here today. It's the 4A boys title game. Fort Gibson and Santa Fe South. Some people on the east side of the state may not be familiar with Santa Fe South. And again, another offsides. That's their fourth
And
time.
it's really, they're going to have to play with a lot more discipline and just look along the line and make sure that when they're about to receive the ball, that they're not in an offside position.
Santa Fe South is a charter school within the Oklahoma City Public Schools. And they draw their students by lottery each year.
Yep.
That's how they decide who gets to go to school there. It's been around since 2001. Again, Cesar Gallegos fighting for the ball. He comes up with it, but then it's going to be cleared out by Cade Cummings. And that's going to be a throw-in for Santa Fe as that one bounds over the stands and across the track.
Well, it was a good decision by the defender. He was the last man, didn't want to take any chances, and decided just to put the ball out and regroup.
Tapped away. Two players down, one from each team toward the goal. And here comes Juan Sanchez on the right side for Santa Fe South. He taps it in and nobody there. It's cleared out by the Tigers and it'll be a throw in for the Saints.
Nice combination at the edge of the penalty area. It resulted in a shot, but unfortunately, shot wasn't on target, but good combination play.
That one just a little bit high. Again, the wind continues to whip a little bit out of that south, which is, this field faces directly north and south. So Fort Gibson has the wind at their back and they have the ball right now. Blake Faulkner back to his keeper, Nick Young. Hayden Bird has it, nearly lost it and gets it back, and then pushes down a defender, and it's going to be the Saints' ball.
Yeah, good decision by the referee, right on top of it.
And he did call the foul. First foul of the game against the Tigers. Free kick taken by Sixto Kirk. Alexis Raygoza tries to put it toward the goal. It's tapped around by the Tiger defense, and again, it'll be a Fort Gibson throw-in. I thought it was off one of the Fort Gibson players that time.
No, it eventually came off one of the Santa Fe players. Good decision by the linesman.
I'm glad your eyes are better than mine. And the referee's eyes are too, aren't they? Here come the Tigers. Colby Leonard hits it ahead for Carter Lawson. And that went across the end line, and it'll be a goal kick.
Good defending by Santa Fe.
Yeah, they had about 5 players back. It was a two on
defending.
5.
Yep. That's an excellent pass.
Pass ahead to Alexis Raygoza. Run down by Cade Cummings, and he kicks it out of bounds. Nice defense.
Yeah, good defense by Cummings, showing what kind of speed he's got there at the back.
High kick?
Free kick. It was called dangerous play. His foot was a little bit high.
First foul of the game against the Saints. It's Tracy Johnson.
Hey, what's the right side?
Kicks it across to the right side. Cade Cummings tries to get it downfield to one of his teammates. And Johnson again. Taken away by Kirk. Stiffen clears it out. Again, about 17 minutes into this first half of action. Arenovar trying to use his speed to get by the defense. And it's going to be a foul on Fort Gibson. That's their second. Looks like Trapper Taylor, number 15, was it?
Yeah, it
or was it Yasin Karazi?
Yeah, it was quite a forceful tackle.
Yeah, it was Karazi, number 16. Yasin Karazi. One of the two senior starters out there for Coach Friend.
He's going to see if we can put it into a dangerous situation like he did on his first free kick.
Again, Sixto Kirk. Nice.
That's a good free kick. Keeper did very well.
Headed around toward the goal and too high, but that great play by the keeper that time, Nick Young of Fort Gibson, Coach.
Yeah, he certainly did. He took control of his penalty area, came out very decisive and got both hands on it and cleared it out.
And, you know, it's important for a goalkeeper to be aggressive, isn't it?
Very much so. I mean, you've got to have a guy back there who takes control of the penalty area and is not afraid to come off his line and mix it up with the attackers.
Young gets it ahead to Johnson. This pass stolen. And here come the Saints again. Ragoza. Karazi again causing havoc in the middle of the field. Gets the ball back for the Tigers. And they're going to set things up. They've got numbers if they can move it upfield quickly.
That's a dangerous ball. Keeper did well. Came off his line. Made a good decision. Good defending.
Alexis Leal comes up with it and punts it away.
Good. Yep. Keeper made the right decision coming off his line. Actually, his kicking is pretty good. I mean, considering he's going into the wind, he's getting always, each time he's been getting it over the halfway line.
Johnson goes down as he is bumped down by Ragoza.
Yeah, the game's getting a little bit scrappy at the moment. Neither team really establishing a rhythm, but this could be dangerous.
Midway through this first half of action, we are still scoreless. We're on the campus of the University of Tulsa. It's the 4A state championship game, the Ford game of the week, Fort Gibson and Santa Fe South. And again, a shot toward the keeper. He almost let it roll through his hands.
Yeah, he did. He needed the second attempt to get the ball there, but still took care of it.
That one a little short. Cleared out that time by Kirk.
Neither team, as we said earlier, Mike, neither team is really establishing a rhythm. The ball's turning over a little bit too much. Nobody really putting 4 or 5 passes together where they can find some openings. And I think we've got a substitution here.
Great. Coming in for Santa Fe South.
You're watching the Ford Game of the Week on the Cox Channel. We'll be back with first half action after this.
There are so many reasons to visit your Cox Solutions store. Demo the new Contour TV experience. Get one-on-one help when you need it. See how fast Gigablast internet really is. And feel what it's like to live in a truly connected home. For a limited time only, select Top Tech is on sale. From portable Wi-Fi speakers to the coolest new soundbars, we have it all. Visit your Cox Solutions store today.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the brand with the highest owner loyalty. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford cars, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
We're back on the campus of the University of Tulsa. It's the 4A Boys State Championship game, the Ford Game of the Week. Santa Fe South in white against Fort Gibson in red. Fort Gibson trying to win their first ever state championship in boys soccer. They have 9 shutouts on the season. Coach, as I said, at one stretch during the year, in fact, through district play, and they've won 15 in a row. They won all their district games in one district. Didn't give up a goal in district play, and have only given up 3 goals in the last month. And all those came in the last 3 weeks of the playoffs.
No, it's quite an impressive record.
They also beat Jinx 3-2. They are a 6A team. And Siloam Springs, which is a 6A team over in Arkansas, they beat them 1-0.
No, it's they've had a very good season.
And that one rolls out of bounds. And see which way the side judge said it was going to go. Did you? Must be.
Yeah, I think it's gone Santa Fe's way.
I hope so, because their player ran after the ball. If he's running after the ball, I hope he's not getting it for Fort Gibson, right?
Let's hope so.
And again, the Saints trying to attack. Moises Robelis, a senior captain, 4-year starter, has 2 state titles. That one cleared down to Grayson Ramey. Nice move to get by a defender, left-footed. Thought he was tripped, and they are going to call a foul just outside the box. 3rd foul here in the first half against the Saints.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I didn't see any contact on the player. I just felt that it was a slip, and here we can see it again. And we see the, oh yeah, we see it.
Pulled his jersey.
Yeah, he pulled his jersey. Yeah.
You can't do that now?
No.
They outlawed that this year. I guess that was this year they started doing that. You don't teach that to your players?
No.
Hey, you do what you can, right, Coach?
Hey, whatever it takes.
Until they blow the whistle. And there were some fans screaming upset, but yeah, very obvious on that replay. His jersey was being pulled.
This is in a very good position, actually, for a right-sided player. He can bring the ball back around. He's got the wind at his back and just needs to get this on frame. It got away from him a little bit high and over the bar, but it was a good situation for him.
That was Yassine Karazi, the midfielder, captain of his team. Obviously not happy with himself because that's a pretty good opportunity.
It's a very good opportunity. I mean, the nearest player away from you, he's 10 yards. There's no pressure. All he has to do is get it on target.
And here come the Saints. Ball tapped ahead, but quickly run down by Cade Cummings. It'll be a throw-in for Daniel Morales of Santa Fe South. 14 minutes to go in half number 1. We are scoreless. Appreciate you joining us for the Ford Game of the Week right here on the Cox channel and coxhshub.com. We have a handball over there, so this is going to be a free kick.
Goalkeeper's going to take it, push his back line up higher up the field. See if they can fight for the second ball here.
Nick Young gets it forward. Colby Leonard tries to push it ahead, and we have another foul against the Saints.
Yeah, we have another free kick on our hands. Gives Fort Gibson an opportunity to get men inside the penalty area. We need a good delivery here.
Razi's going to try it again. He's got 4 goals and 14 assists on the season. I'd like to add to those totals right here, one way or the other.
Again, not a very good delivery, not clearing that first defender.
Ball headed toward the side by Morales. Out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Tracy Johnson.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of headers. They had an opportunity to counter-attack as Fort Gibson put a lot of men forward into the penalty area on the free kick.
Jace Walker set to check in, replacing Carter Lawson. Johnson with the throw-in. Out of bounds, throw in for the Tigers. Johnson again. Ahead. And another foul from Santa Fe.
Well, there's been too many fouls from Santa Fe in dangerous areas, and sooner or later, that's the 5th foul. And sooner or later, that's going to come back and haunt them.
So Karazi getting his 3rd chance on a free kick here in the last about 4 or 5 minutes of action.
It's a good delivery.
Yeah, better pick that time, but defended well by the Saints.
Defended very well.
Tapped ahead.
He's offside.
Well, they did call it offside.
Yep.
Another offside 6 times. Is that an unusual amount, Coach?
Yes, it is.
Half?
Yeah. I mean, and I would think that Coach would definitely be talking to his players to have a little bit more discipline about holding their line and not going too early.
Hold him right there. Hey, push up! Push up!
This is trouble. This is trouble.
Well, they pushed it ahead, but they could not control it in time to be able to get a decent shot.
Didn't really have enough space to control it, but it was a dangerous ball. I think we've got another substitution.
We do for Santa Fe. Alexis Alfaro checks in, the senior. He comes back in, as well as Cesar Gallegos and Alexis Regoza. The 3 of them check back in after getting a little breather. 10 minutes to go in this first half. Again, Coach, that last 5 or 6 minutes has really been played down in this.
Yeah, I mean, Fort Gibson are beginning to get a little bit of a grip on the game here. And again, another free kick for dangerous play. Foot was a little bit too high.
Here come the Tigers, passed ahead from Estrada. And again, the keeper, Alil, comes out of his little area to track it down.
Yeah, keeper's making some very good decisions, actually. He's getting off his line early and diffusing things. He's doing a very good job.
Head away by Tracy Johnson. come the Saints, but Juan Sanchez unable to track it down.
Yeah, that final pass, that the decisive pass, is just not there. It's either overhit or it's getting intercepted. This looks a little bit more promising. Again, another free kick. Game's getting a little bit sloppy at the moment.
Moises Robles went down and is grabbing the back of his heel, maybe his calf area where he got kicked, and the referee says, hang on a minute. He's all right.
I believe that's the fourth foul by Gibson. And again, that's a
Kirk again with a nice kick. He's done a great job on those free kicks.
He's done a very good job.
No matter where he is on the field, it's always in a good position to set his teammates up. Robles passes it ahead, but too far for his teammate.
Both keepers at both ends of the field making good decisions about getting off the line, stopping the danger before it begins. Bounds off the Tigers. Saints quickly throwing it in by Juan Sanchez. Back to him, and here come the Tigers again. Estrada. Over to Tracy Johnson, back to Estrada. Forward to Karazi. And again, a little frustrated with himself, just couldn't hit his teammate. Yeah, again, it's the final pass. I mean, the build-up is pretty good, but that final pass to try to penetrate, it's just not there.
And that went a little too far, so Young will set himself up. The lefty. Gets it over to Johnson to Burt. Hayden Burt. A slide tackle in there by Alan Alfaro. Here come the Saints. Here he goes and tried to turn on the Jets. And again, the keeper being real aggressive. Young comes out of the box to get it.
Keeper did well, and also the last defender did very well, get his body in between the attacker and the ball.
Karazi working it ahead. Cade Cummings fighting for it. And over the in line. Thought we were going to have our first corner kick.
Yeah, no, we do. We do have our first corner kick. It was a decision, obviously, by the linesman on the far side.
So the Tigers will get their first corner kick of the afternoon. Looks like it might be Easton Davis. Easton Davis. These are always dangerous, and now for some reason the referee
Well, I think he's telling the coach he needs to get back into his technical area. And
oh, and the guys on the bench have to wear a different color jersey. Or a target jersey.
Target jersey, so it won't confuse the linesman on the far side.
Or us. I think they're more worried about us than the linesmen, aren't they? If not, they should be. That one headed out nicely by the defense. Karazi again with a chance, and off the side of his foot.
Yeah, I mean, the shot was a little ambitious.
And here come the Tigers again on the attack.
This looks interesting.
Estrada. Right side pass off the side of the net.
Well, that's the best opportunity of the game so far. It was a great run. Player beat three players, set him up, and actually he should have done better on that shot. You can see, great run here. And then he comes and he hits the side netting.
Looked like Colby Leonard, the junior forward.
Best opportunity of the game.
Team's leading goal scorer. He's got 30 on the season. He's trying to make it 31. Saints try to respond, but they've been on defensive mode for about 10 minutes as we get down to the 4.5-minute mark here in the first half.
Yeah, I thought Gibson had been probing and looking for a goal there in the last 10 minutes.
That one out of bounds, and it'll go back to Fort Gibson. Tapped ahead, trying to run it down is Jace Walker. And stolen away by Colby Leonard. Now Ramey on the right side.
Good defensive work, but also very good attacking. Showed good turn of speed down the outside there. Just really couldn't find enough space to get the crossing.
We're nearing the 37th minute here in the first half. Remember, they play 40, 2 40-minute halves. And again, another corner kick for the Tigers. That went right on goal, tapped up in the air by Leal. Unable to clear it out. Estrada again right toward the keeper, and another save. Fort Gibson trying to set something up. Leonard loses it. Gets it back. Steps right over the defender. A slide tackle, and
it was a good tackle. He won the ball fair and clean.
Referee says play on. Slide tackle the other way, and looks like Robles is down.
Yeah, it was a bit of a dangerous tackle. It was
officials letting the clock continue to run as we've hit the 38th minute here in the first half. Wind has died down too, Coach.
Yep.
Flags are not moving at all. Kirk toward the box. Not cleared out. Shot on goal, left footer. Great save by Young off the foot of Robles.
Great shot, great save.
A rocket right at Young, and he was able to knock it down.
Keeper did very well.
Both teams with 2 shots on goal here in this first half. And that was really the best opportunity that the Saints have had.
Here it is, the ball's cleared out from the original free kick, and he uses his left foot very well, but the goalkeeper spots it, and good reaction save.
Final minute of half number 1. Shot toward the box, off the foot of Estrada. And that one off the scoreboard. Cade Cummings knew it right as he kicked it too.
Hey, Johnson!
Here come the Tigers again. Forward and another offside. 7th offside here in the first half against the Saints. And that's going to do it for half number 1. Fort Gibson dominated really that last 15 minutes of that first half, Coach. And
yeah, they created 1 or 2 very good opportunities. In fact, I thought that was their most meaningful spell of the whole game, where they, the last 15 minutes, they created some very good opportunities, but were fortunate not to convert.
All right, we're now joined by the Tigers head coach, Todd Friend. And Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
I think we just need to get down and just relax a little bit. We kind of played up tight that first half and not what we've done all year. So it's a big game, so you kind of expect some of that. We just need to relax a little bit.
Coach, you've caught Santa Fe offside 7 times. Is this a tactic, or is it just something where you press high up the field?
That's just a tactic that we're pressing high up field. We try to put pressure on their on our offensive third to try to, put the ball in the back of the net, but they just, they're not getting back on side. That's kind of being lazy up top.
Coach, thanks a lot. Go get with your team.
Thank you.
Todd Friend, the head coach at Fort Gibson. We are scoreless at the half. It's the Ford game of the week, the 4A state championship game here on the Cox Channel.
All my kids' friends love hanging out here.
What's up, my peeps?
Because I'm the cool mom.
Heather knows why this is the cool house.
Yeah, your internet's blazing. We can all be on at the same time.
That's not why.
Mrs. Curtis is nice, but the Wi-Fi is great.
Hey, sorry, I didn't know you were filming. What? Twinsies. Stop copying me.
Stream more faster with an internet upgrade for as low as $5 more a month. Learn more at cox.com/extras.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the most 5-star safety-rated vehicles. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford SUVs, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Your Tulsa Roughnecks are back in action this week on Thursday, May 11th and Saturday, May 13th at One Oak Field. Thursday's match features Bark in the Park and Thirsty Thursday with dollar beers presented by City Vet Tulsa and City of Tulsa Save Our Streams. And on Saturday night, the first 1,000 fans through the gates at 6 p.m. receive a Roughnecks team poster, compliments of TPSI. If you can't make the game, tune into Cox YurView for all the action. Visit roughnecksfc.com for tickets.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
It's the Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime Show, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. We are back at the half of this 4A state championship game, the boys action at the University of Tulsa. Mike Ziegenhorn and Coach Brian Harvey. No score, but we do have some highlights for you. Coach, pretty even first half as far as shots on goals.
Yeah, this was a good effort with his left foot. It's one of the closest. It was a very good effort with his left foot. And again, we see another rocket of a shot just going over the crossbar there.
It was Moises Robles who had another solid shot late in that first half. And then Karazi on his third try on the free kick. Coach finally got it right, but they were unsuccessful.
And again, here's another corner kick, well cleared by the defender, and a little bit of an ambitious shot gathered up by the goalkeeper. This was perhaps the best opportunity of the game.
Just off the side of the net. And Fort Gibson pretty much dominated the last third of that first half, didn't they?
They certainly did. I mean, they really were the team that was taking the game to Santa Fe. But again, Santa Fe were a little bit unlucky with a snap shot.
And it was saved by senior Nick Young of Fort Gibson. You're watching the Ford game of the week, the 4A state championship game, boys soccer, right here on the Cox Channel.
You going?
What's with the blanket?
It's chilly downstairs.
Well, I can fix that. Lights stay on. All right, that's the end of that.
No, honey, they're fine.
Okie dokie. Trevor, let me get that door for you, big guy.
The movie isn't even over
She's a
yet.
spy. He ends up dying. Love this Cox Home Life app.
Get Cox Home Life starting at just $29.99 a month. Ask about a free indoor camera.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event. Get 0% for 60 months on the smartest, most capable trucks. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on F-Series, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime Show, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now been better. Coach, a quick look at these first half stats. What stands out to you?
Well, I mean, if we look at it, I think we're looking at corner kicks, we're 2-0. Scores, shots on goal, 5-4. It's as we said before the game, we were expecting a lot of goals, but the goals just haven't been coming. A little lack of composure in front of goal, fouls or more or less the same, saves the same. So it's a pretty even game. I have a feeling this game needs a goal.
Now, one stat we didn't have room for on there was the 7 offsides against the Saints that have slowed down them offensively.
And I think that might be a problem that the coaches are going to address at halftime, about his front players having a little bit more discipline and not running off into maybe offside positions, and perhaps the ball coming a little bit quicker through the midfield.
All right, second half is just around the corner. You're watching the Ford Game of the Week on the Cox Channel and CoxHSHub.com.
I just sent you the numbers. This call will take a while, but with IP Centrex from Cox Business, I can switch seamlessly from here to here. Because the way business is today, my office is basically everywhere. And right now, it needs to be in a car on the way to the airport. You should be getting the files you need.
No matter where you are, get mobility that works for you. IP Centrex with Unified Communications, the hosted voice solution with no upfront equipment costs from Cox Business.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the brand with the highest owner loyalty. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford cars, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
We are scoreless at the half between Fort Gibson and Santa Fe South. It's the 4A Boys Soccer Championship game. It's your Ford Game of the Week. We're here on the Cox Channel and, of course, always streaming on CoxHSHub.com. Now, let's talk to the Saints head coach, Wes Furley. Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
I feel like we had our chances, but we fell asleep a little bit defensively a few times, gave them a few opportunities they shouldn't have probably had.
Coach, I'm sorry, Coach. Go ahead, finish off.
Yeah, I just feel like that we had a few more chances that they had. We've got to do a few more things a little sharper and just know where they are defensively, and they'll not have their chances that they. I feel like that we're in more shape than they are, better shape than they are, and I think that that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Coach, did you address to your forwards about the number of times that they were caught offside?
Yes, I instructed them that if they just kind of swing out and kind of have a momentum already going forward instead of trying to stand flat-footed and just outrun them in a dead race from stop to sprint, that they're going to be a lot better off. And then I've also instructed my guys to get the ball over the top instead of trying to put it waist high through, and it should make a bigger difference in the second half.
That's great information, Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
That's Coach Wes Furley in his 9th year at Santa Fe, helping the team look for their 4th state championship in boys soccer in school history. You know, at Santa Fe, Santa Fe South, Coach, only 5 state titles in all. They've been around since 2001, so that's a pretty good return. 3 of them have come in boys soccer, and the other 2 have come in boys cross country. And a lot of these guys double up on the cross country team and the soccer team, so they've been responsible for some of that success over the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at soccer, it's a running game. There's no getting away from it, and some of these guys are running up to, especially midfield players, they're running up to 6-7 miles a game. So as we said, it's a running game.
The officials have come back out on the field. The wind has picked up again. I think we'll be saying that a lot the rest of the day. That's for sure. There you can see the officials heading back out toward midfield. Fort Gibson will start. We'll kick things off here in the second half, and they will be into the wind while Santa Fe will have the wind here in the second half.
Yeah, I think that the wind will be a little bit of an advantage to Santa Fe. Santa Fe will have to obviously listen to what their coach said in terms of making those bending runs across the front of the line rather than trying to run straight in. And also he offered them very good information in terms of playing the ball over the top of the back line rather than trying to play it through.
They've checked the nets. They double checked the white lines. And they're ready to go. And the Tigers kick things off to start half number 2. See what kind of adjustments coach.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
The coach has made here in the second half. And immediately Fort Gibson goes on the attack. Kick toward the goal, Cesar Gallegos, but nobody there except the keeper for the Tigers, Nick Young.
Yeah, again, with Santa Fe trying to force it through instead of being a little bit more patient in their build-up, and that's a free kick in a dangerous area.
And it looks like Moises Robles will be the one who will have the chance to put his toe on it again. Either him or Gallegos. The official moves it is going to be Robles. The official moves the defenders. They got to be 10 yards away.
Yep. And I think he's going to float this into the far post. No, he went for the strike. Again, it's a little ambitious. He'd have been better served had he played the ball into the far post. There was good numbers up in the area. It would have been a better decision.
So we're 42 minutes into this match. Young. Kicks it ahead. Now the Tigers, as their coach, Todd Friend, said, hey, we came out maybe a little too excited because it was a state championship game. They needed to settle down and see if he got them settled down enough at the half to put a ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, and to a certain extent, Mike, that's understandable. You know, it's a young team. He's only got 2 seniors, and it's difficult to gather your composure in a championship game, and hopefully you could have a word with them.
The team chemistry, he said, is just unbelievable. These kids have been playing together since they were 8 years old.
Yep.
Tapped out of bounds by the Tigers, Grayson Ramey. Ramey and Colby Leonard on this team are trying to play on a travel team that's headed to Germany this summer. They're trying to raise funds. It's going to cost each of them about $7,000. Hooked up with the Putnam City North coach.
Yep.
Who takes a group of young men overseas to some international play, and they were 2 of the guys that were selected to go.
Great experience.
Again, another foul against the Saints. First of the half, and how many for the game? 7? 6, 7. 7 for the game. Beautiful afternoon here. Mother's Day weekend. We're on the campus of the University of Tulsa. And before the game, the Fort Gibson players, each of them took a rose, ran across the field to their moms who were sitting in the stands, coach, and gave them a nice little present.
Yeah, it's a real nice touch, a real nice touch.
Offside call there. As the Tigers control it. Here they come again. Estrada kicks it forward and just out of the reach of Carter Lawson. Nobles with the throw-in. And that one's kicked out of bounds.
And the second half has started a little bit like the first half was, Mike. Neither team is really establishing a rhythm or maintaining possession of the ball.
Nice back kick. Left-footed crosser, and Saints are going to get their first corner kick. Alexis Alfaro. Will tow it up.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get a right set, I would have preferred a right-footed player taking this with the wind and bring it back into the goalkeeper, but this left-sided player, ball's going to go outward.
Toward the net, headed by Renover. And it's going to be tapped out of bounds, but another throw in for the Saints. Right through three defenders. Gallegos taps it ahead. Wow. I thought there should have been a penalty right there because it looked like the defender might have pulled down the Saints player.
I'm going to look at it again here on the screen. Actually, you're quite right, Mike. It was a legitimate call. Player was a little unlucky, got barged into his back.
In that position, it would have been a penalty kick.
Yeah.
Gibson on the move again. Colby Leonard runs into two defenders.
Yeah, just too many defenders actually run out of space. That's a good pass.
Nice header to himself. Tipped over the goalie end. Just wide to the right, Alexis Regoza. Had a golden opportunity there.
Well, I think that was the best opportunity of the game, actually. He ended up one-on-one against the goalkeeper. Ball just wouldn't come down for him, and we see it again here. He ends up, it's a good first touch, takes him towards the goal, and he just gets under the ball a little bit too much to send it over the bar. Excellent opportunity.
Saints with the throw in from midfield. Trying to control things and take advantage of the wind at their back, which, boy, I'm looking at all the flags. It's not blowing anything like it was most of that first half. come the Tigers. Another offside by the Saints. First one of the half, 8 for the game. Now the Tigers trying to get something going. Grayson Ramey. Arazi, he lost it. The Saints got it, almost had a chance. Could not get it past Tracy Johnson.
Well, again, and that's what Coach spoke about at halftime. That's, you know, that's a little bit wild with the shot.
That went off the shot off the foot of Grayson Ramey and too high. Right around the midfield area.
Santa Fe were showing quite a little bit of a pressing game there. 4 or 5 players immediately around the ball.
Nice steal in there by Colby Leonard. Defensively headed away by Juan Sanchez. Back to the keeper, Alexis Leo.
Good distance off the kick from the keeper. Something that they should really take a look at now and try to get in that area when he gets the ball next.
Young against the wind has to keep it low. Ross is spinning around trying to find a teammate to get the ball to.
That's a good tackle.
Grayson Ramey trying to get something going for Fort Gibson. Just maybe a little frustration. They haven't been able to move forward against the Santa Fe South defense. Soft shot toward the net. And let's see where Alexis Leo boots this one. Sophomore goalkeeper. Just past midfield. Was not the starter. And when the starter, Eduardo Gerardo, went down with a torn ACL, he got his chance. Won 4 straight, including 7 of their last 8. Rolled through the playoffs. Beat Newcastle 2-0, Weatherford 2-1, Chickasha 4-1, Will Rogers 2-1 to get to the state championship game.
We've got another offside.
Again. Is that number 8, 9? It's number 9, isn't it? Well, and then what that does, Coach, it makes you less aggressive offensively because you don't want to get...
You don't want to be in that position of offside. So, but if these guys should try to make more bending runs and the ball has to come quicker through the midfield.
And here they go. Cesar Gallegos. Kicks it toward the goal, and Nick Young has to make a diving save.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity. He didn't really have the legs to outrun the defender, and he took his shot a little bit too far out and didn't really have the strength to beat the goalkeeper.
Now here comes Fort Gibson. Rossi and Robles battling out on that far side, and it's going to be out of bounds and a throw in for the Tigers. Pass forward, the keeper comes out. And Alexis Leo says, I got it, and booms it away.
Get that corner, get that corner!
Well, he didn't go for it because he knew he was going to be in an offside position. That's why he left it to his teammate.
And that one kicked out of bounds, and it'll be another throw in this time for Gibson. They had 4 soccer balls down on the field before the game, Coach. I only see 2 now. I don't know what happened to the other 2.
Well, there's 2 behind that goal over there, and there's 1 behind that goal over there.
Yep, 1 behind each goal. There you go. Headed forward, and Nick Young aggressively comes out to get it. 55 minutes into this soccer match, 55 of 80 that they play, and then there'll be overtime if we're still knotted at 0-0. Grayson Ramey tries to kick it ahead. Estrada with the shot toward the goal, but that's way wide to the left, and it'll be a goal kick.
Goal kick for Saints.
Saints have checked in a couple of fresh bodies. Here come the Tigers again. Carter Lawson back over to Estrada. Tries to cross it over to one of his teammates, but nobody there. Now Karazi again. Nice move. Here it is on the right side to Cummings. Or rather, that's Easton Davis. Carter Lawson tapped away from him.
Yeah, it was a good effort. He just got smothered out at the last moment.
Hector Fregoso kicks it too deep. No one there to get it except the keeper, Nick Young. Colby Leonard stole it. Couldn't move it forward. Now Barlow ahead. And they called it offside on the far. Linesman called it across the way. Well, Alexis Alfaro was well ahead of the defense. A little bit too far.
Just a little.
Ninth offside penalty against the Saints. Nice throw in from Christian Arinavar. The Saints try and move it forward. There goes Robles again. And cleared out by Cummings.
Good defending by Cummings. Read it very well. Anticipated it. Was first to arrive and be able to clear.
Here come the Tigers. Cummings. Just too many defenders in his way.
Yeah.
Now that one nearly stolen by Carter Lawson. sprint for the ball as Nick Young comes up and kicks it out of bounds.
The keeper did very well. I mean, he was very aware that he kicked it out of bounds and had to get back to protect the goal. It was good awareness by the keeper.
Saints putting a little pressure on. That one headed out. Leonard tried to tap it back to Karazi, who thought Leonard was just going to take it and go.
Yep.
He probably should have, shouldn't he?
He should have. Wasn't the best of decisions.
That's where that team chemistry comes in. These guys have played together enough. They kind of had a feel for what they were going to do, but
on that occasion, it just didn't work out.
Exactly. Get an opportunity in the box and kicked out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Saints. Halfway through this second half. 60 minutes into the game. Here comes Robles.
Just a little bit too far ahead for him. Keeper did well, came off his line, cut out the danger.
Fort Gibson can have numbers.
This could be dangerous.
Colby Leonard, nice cross. And the keeper comes up with it. And there's going to be a foul. We'll go ahead and take a break. You're watching the Ford Game of the Week on the Cox Channel, the 4A State Championship game.
The biggest joy that I get out of Rusty Cuff is communicating and interacting with my customers. And Cox High-Speed Internet has given me the ability to do some really fun and exciting things in our showrooms. Rusty Cuff now has the ability to have a virtual presence in any showroom that we open, and it brings in excitement and a little bit of crazy, actually. If somebody asked me what provider they should use for their technology services, I would hands down tell them Cox Business.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the most 5-star safety-rated vehicles. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers, like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford SUVs, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Back on the campus of the University of Tulsa. This is the 4A State Championship soccer game, OSSAA. Yes, it is our Ford Game of the Week right here on the Cox Channel and CoxHSHub.com. 4A boys, Fort Gibson in red, taking on the Santa Fe South Saints out of Oklahoma City. Scoreless first half, and we are nearly 23 minutes into the half number 2, so at about the 63-minute mark, we are still scoreless, Coach. Your thoughts as we play into this second half?
Well, this half, the second half actually, Santa Fe have looked more likely to score than Fort Gibson, but it's one of those games I really believe whoever makes that first big mistake, they're going to get punished for it.
No offside. Oh, yep. Now they are calling an offsides on Santa Fe again. Another offside, 4th of the half and 10th of this match. We know both these teams can score. Midway through the season, I mean, Santa Fe was scoring 8, 9, and 5, and 7 goals and shutting out their opponents. Same thing for Fort Gibson. They beat Hugo 10-0 at the end of district play. They got the capability to score. They just have not, either side has been able to put it together yet. Again, Nick Young's going to have to track that one down and clear it out.
Yeah, there's been opportunities. Both teams have had opportunities to score goals, but nobody's taken advantage of it.
Easton Davis trying to get it out of his end. Here come the Saints. They have numbers. Nice cross. And the shot on goal bounces off Young, who was able to get it down. Nice shot by Alexis Alfaro, one of the twins on this team.
Yeah, good recovery by the goalkeeper. Blocked the first shot, let it out of his hands a little bit, but made good recovery and was able to gather up the second ball.
Nice job by Alfaro. Settled it, got forward and booted it. Nice left-handed shot, or left-footed shot. Now Fort Gibson with a chance. Carter Lawson. A shot on goal, nice save. A rebound out front. Another good save by the defense of the Saints.
That was good stuff, good stuff.
Lawson has another chance at it. I think that second save was made by Lorenzo Ustipinen.
It was good defense, good offense, good defense. Great first time shot.
Again, another shot toward the goal. That one wide to the left. Jace Walker, who was involved in that last barrage. And take a look at it right here.
Here it is again. It's a good left-footed shot. It's a great first save. Followed up again, and again it's cleared off the line by the last defender. Good team defending all around.
Christian Renovar and also Lorenzo Ustipinen were there for the Saints, as well as the keeper, Alexis Leal. Trying to run it down, Alfaro again.
Silly free kick, no need to give that. I think we're seeing the game open up a little bit, Mike, because I think people are getting tired. And I think mistakes are going to happen. We've got 10, 13 minutes left in the game. It's
getting close to that 67th minute. Nick Young kicks it ahead. And here comes Colby Leonard. Gets by a couple of defenders and lost it. Alfaro again. Jersey being held. Across. Fight for it. Still inbounds. And what are they going to call?
I think the referee's going to call a corner kick or a free kick.
I said that was Alfaro. Actually, that was Aiden Aviles.
Referee missed
free
that
kick.
one. It was a penalty kick. He definitely held his shirt and pulled him back.
Yeah, it's the second time they've had somebody.
Yep. Anywhere else on the field, and that would have been a free kick. Yeah, I don't think he wanted this game decided by a penalty kick.
Batted around inside the box, and Fort Gibson comes out with it. And he calls another foul against, fourth foul of the half against Santa Fe South.
You don't want the referee to be able to call a championship game. You don't want him to be saying, hey, this is a penalty or this isn't a penalty. He's got to call that as a penalty. That's definitely a hole in his shirt inside the area, and he's got to call that.
Yeah, and I understand the thinking. You don't want it to come down to that.
Exactly.
But if he's doing it, I don't care if it's the 70th minute or the second minute of the game. You got to call it. So Jace Walker comes off and gave a nice little burst of energy there for the 7 or 8 minutes he was in.
Yeah, he did. He brought some energy to the game.
Grayson Ramey a bit of a breather, and he is now checked back in for the Tigers. He taps it ahead to his teammate. Now here's Estrada.
Hey, watch the middle.
Razi trying to find somebody in red to kick it to.
And again, he was offside. Good decision by the linesman on the far side.
5th of the half, 11th of the game against the Saints. As we enter or approach the 70th minute of this match. Fort Gibson has won 15 straight. Their last loss was to Quita back on March 21st. Their only other loss in the season was to Verdigris. They have a very successful boys and girls
program.
Yes. Verdigris is your defending champs in Class 4A.
Hey, push up!
Another offsides. It's number 12.
They've got to try to get a midfielder or somebody making a run from a deeper position to try and beat this offside.
Those defending champs Verdigris lost in the first round to Rogers 3-1.
Hey, defense, hold right there.
They would have been on that same side as the Santa Fe boys team.
Push up!
And it looks like, Coach, that Fort Gibson's pulled everybody up except their back 3 defenders.
They're defending very high up the field.
Easton Davis crosses it to Karazi. Taps it ahead. And Hayden Burt just couldn't get Karazi back the ball to him in a position where he could do something with it. And here come the Tigers again. Nice cross. Saints need to clear it out, and Stepanin is there to do it. Estrada, nice through the legs of the defender.
Yeah, he got a little lucky.
Colby Leonard has it. Has the ball stolen from him.
One or two players making some tired decisions at the moment. You see one or two players looking like they're getting to feel the effects of the game.
Easton Davis checks out. Billy Tice, a junior. Defender checks in. The Tigers headed around and out of bounds. Out of play and the Saints throw in. Coming up on the 74th minute. Gallegos passes it to Robles, who gets it stolen. And Leonard kicks it off a defender. It's going to be a throw in for Fort Gibson.
Seeing a lot of tired bodies out there at the moment, Mike. Players making mistakes.
So the Saints will throw it in, and it looks like Coach Furley will sub. Daniel Morales, senior, checks in. Replaces Alexis Ragoza. Going by Stepanin. Now Fort Gibson has it. Ramey trying to get by 2 defenders. Another throw in for the Tigers. Billy Tice. Oh, pretty physical out there and tapped out of bounds to the Saints. Final 5 minutes of this in regulation. And another offsides.
Unless somebody makes an awful mistake, or if somebody comes up a little bit of magic, this game's heading for overtime.
After this game, we'll have Norman North and Union, the 6A Girls State Championship game. And then after that, Broken Arrow and Stillwater, the 6A Boys title game. And the keeper, Nick Young, comes out. Didn't look like it felt too good either.
No, it did not.
Went up after the ball, landed right on his tailbone. Still able to kick it nicely downfield.
It's an opportunity for Fort Gibson to get some players forward, get people in the area, and look for the second ball.
5th foul of the half against the Saints. Nice ball toward the box, cleared out.
Yeah, it was well defended.
Headed forward by Morales. Still trying to get something going. Tice comes away with it for the Tigers.
It's a good steal.
Morales out on the side to Arenovar. Left-footed toward the goal. It's out of play.
Yeah, everything was quality. The overlap was quality until we got to the final cross and just really couldn't find it. And again, we look at the second half, like you've got to say that Santa Fe had the best opportunity of the second half, where we had the keeper one-on-one, and unfortunately he lifted the ball a little bit too high over the bar. But this looks interesting. But again, that final pass.
And they were offsides again.
Yep.
You know, Fort Gibson, several occasions, Coach, have had numbers here in the second half, but they can't get that initial pass.
They can't get the final pass. They've got players in the right position, but their final pass is not quality enough.
Minute 30 to go in this one. So we near the 80th minute.
Win that fucking ball!
Cross Leonard with the header. Nice try and a good save by the keeper, Alexis Leal.
It was a good try. He generated a little bit of power on it, and but not enough to beat the goalkeeper.
Here come the Tigers again on the move. Grayson Ramey. And again, a nice defensive play by the Saints. Karazi. Leonard. Back to Karazi again. The Saints, here they are in the attack. Morales.
And it's another offside call again.
7.5. 13 for the game. That's crazy. Final 10 seconds, so this will probably be it, and we're going to go overtime here in our first championship game of the day. So there'll be a 5-minute intermission, and then they will play a 10-minute overtime. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll have overtime in the boys 4A state championship game, the Ford game of the week, right here on the Cox Channel.
What if you could keep an eye on your business every hour of every day and know where your customers are at any moment? See what your employees are doing or tell if your windows and doors are secure. And what if you could do all that from anywhere? Introducing Cox Business Security. With HD surveillance and 24/7 monitoring, our security never sleeps, so you can. Cox Business Security Solutions. Security that means business.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event. Get 0% for 60 months on the smartest, most capable trucks. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on F-Series, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Your Tulsa Roughnecks are back in action this week on Thursday, May 11th and Saturday, May 13th at One Oak Field. Thursday's match features Bark in the Park and Thirsty Thursday with dollar beers presented by City Bet Tulsa and City of Tulsa Save Our Streams. And on Saturday night, the first 1,000 fans through the gates at 6 p.m. receive a Roughnecks team poster, compliments of TPSI. If you can't make the game, tune into Cox YurView for all the action. Visit roughnecksfc.com for tickets.
At 28, I had struggled with opiate and meth addiction for 12 years. I lost everything, and I still thought I was in control. And that's when a friend told me about Elite Rehab Placement. They found me a program that fit my needs. It was a small enough program that I could get that one-on-one attention, and they gave me the tools I needed to get sober.
High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. MidFirst Bank, true to your money. Wendy's, home of the Baconator. Harvest Bank. Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center. And by the Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
You are watching the Ford Game of the Week, the OSSAA 4A Boys Soccer Championship. Fort Gibson and Santa Fe South scoreless in regulation. After a 5-minute break, we are now ready to head to overtime, Coach, and let's take a look at some of the second half highlights. And pretty even second half, even though Santa Fe South had a few more opportunities and shots on goal than Fort Gibson did.
Yeah, they certainly did. In fact, the best chance of the second half fell to Santa Fe. And here, we may see it here. This is a very nice work. And there he is. And this is where the goalkeeper spills the ball. And it was an excellent second save. And that's the penalty kick right there that we spoke about, Mike, where he pulled him back anywhere else on the field, and that's a penalty kick.
All right, well, they're ready to start. They're not going to wait on us. They had a minute left. They decided we're ready to play some soccer. Let's get to this overtime. We'll have 2 10-minute overtime periods. And then if it's still tied, the always exciting penalty kicks. Again, Fort Gibson in red, Santa Fe South in white. They will have the wind to start the second, or rather the first overtime. We played 80 minutes with no score, and now we're doing another 20. As Coach mentioned, in that second half, there was players on both sides that were starting to get a little fatigued.
Yeah, they were making some poor decisions, lack of oxygen. And again, another offside.
So Santa Fe, first offside of the overtime. 14th of the match.
Hey, Wendes!
It's hard to get 14 in a match.
It's difficult. It's difficult. It's a good free kick.
Headed toward the keeper off the head of Grayson Ramey. And the junior's header is no good. Wide to the left, and the Saints will try a goal kick. Good crowd here from both sides. The Fort Gibson fans are across from us. Those are the ones you're seeing 90% of the time on the camera on top of the press box. And then there's no offsides on this one. Santa Fe South, their fans have littered this side of the stadium. It's good to see all these folks out here for this 4A state championship game. We mentioned 2 more to come. Great afternoon and evening of soccer. Here comes Estrada. Passes it to Leonard. And correction, that was Grayson Ramey, and he gets pulled down. Ramey talking to his buddy Garazi said, hey, you had some shots at this, let's get one in.
Yeah. It's in a very good position.
Looks like Estrada may be the one, the junior captain, going to get his chance to put a foot on it.
Goalkeeper needs to get his wall organized here. Has to be careful because it's straight down the middle, and if he lines his wall up incorrectly, he won't be able to see the ball.
Estrada toward the goal and wide to the left.
Very good effort. Generated good power.
Chickasaw Nation replay, you see it there, just wide to the left. So Fort Gibson has the first opportunity here in OT. Estrada again taken down, and no penalty. Nice slide tackle that time by Alexis Alfaro.
Yep, you can see there again, the throw-in, not the best. I think he was impeded there. Yeah, the referee's given it. He's given the free kick right by the halfway line, and this will be an opportunity right now for them to put men forward, drop this ball inside the 6-yard box, and hopefully look for the second ball and see whether they can create something here.
The free kick from Sixto Kirk, tapped away. 5 minutes into this first overtime, and 2 overtimes are scheduled, Coach, but if somebody scores,
it's the golden goal.
The golden goal, which means it's over with, and they are your state champs. German Arroyo checks in. Then if they don't score, then it will go to the penalty kicks. And here comes Fort Gibson, maybe another chance. Nice back pass. Oh, and a trip, and could we have a penalty kick inside the box?
He did, he gave a penalty.
And we do. Wow.
Or whether that was, here it is, we get it again on replay, and we can see that acceleration, it takes him away. It's a great pass, and he's just inside. He's maybe 6 inches inside the penalty area, and the referee rightfully gave a penalty kick, but that seems very, very harsh on Santa Fe, who should have had one in regulation play.
Alan Afaro is going to be hit with the penalty kick. Stop the clock at 4:16. Grayson Ramey will take it for Fort Gibson. He puts it in. Fort Gibson is your boys 4A state champs in soccer. First ever title in school history. Grayson Ramey, as fans from Fort Gibson storm onto the field to celebrate with their team.
Really was a bit harsh in terms of the penalty kick getting called at this end and the no call at the other end. And it's a bad way to lose a state championship, but full marks to Gibson, Fort Gibson, for putting the ball away on the penalty kick. Never an easy task, so much pressure.
So Grayson Ramey on the penalty kick, the senior, or rather the junior, with his 22nd goal of the year, and 85-44 of the match. A little more than 5 minutes and 44 seconds into the first overtime period, Coach. It is a golden goal, which means you put it in the back of the net, and that wins it.
Put it in the net and you win the game. It's, you know, it's a hard way to lose a state championship, but we've got to have a winner, and unfortunately, the referee called a penalty kick, which was a right decision.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was definitely the correct call. The offensive player wasn't pulled down. You can't, as blatant as that was, you cannot let that go.
No, he can't let that go.
Yeah, you can't worry about the situation or the time or overtime or anything. Well, yeah, here's your OSSAA. Now is power play of the game, Coach, and you know what it's going to be, don't you? The goal by Grayson Ramey.
Yeah, it's got to be the golden goal on the penalty kick. It's never, you're facing somebody one-on-one here, and he very calmly sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and he wins their first ever state championship. Tremendous feeling. Kept his cool, confident, excellent penalty kick.
Trying to get the field clear of all the fans as the Fort Gibson parents and a lot of the students storm the field to help the team celebrate the first ever championship in school history. That was your OSSAA power play of the game. Off the foot of Grayson Ramey. We'll take a break and come back with the trophy presentation. It's the Ford Game of the Week. Fort Gibson is your state champ in 4A boys soccer.
I just sent you the numbers. This call will take a while, but with IP Centrex from Cox Business, I can switch seamlessly from here to here. Because the way business is today, my office is basically everywhere. And right now, it needs to be in a car on the way to the airport. You should be getting the files you need.
No matter where you are, get mobility that works for you. IP Centrex with Unified Communications, the hosted voice solution with no upfront equipment costs from Cox Business.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the brand with the highest owner loyalty. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford cars, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Your Tulsa Roughnecks are back in action this week on Thursday, May 11th and Saturday, May 13th at One Oak Field. Thursday's match features Bark in the Park and Thirsty Thursday with dollar beers presented by City Bet Tulsa and City of Tulsa Save Our Streams. And on Saturday night, the first 1,000 fans through the gates at 6 p.m. receive a Roughnecks team poster, compliments of TPSI. If you can't make the game, tune into Cox YurView for all the action. Visit roughnecksfc.com for tickets.
This message is for all Americans that owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS.
Call the number on your screen now and we will contact the IRS on your behalf, help you end wage garnishments, stop collection calls, remove tax liens, get rid of IRS and state tax penalties, and reduce the amount you owe if you qualify.
Let us take the stress of back taxes and the IRS off your shoulders so you can spend time on the important things in your life, like your family or your business. If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, call now and find out how we can help you.
We're back on the campus of the University of Tulsa. It's the Ford Game of the Week, the OSSAA 4A Boys Soccer Championship. Fort Gibson wins it 1-0 in overtime with the penalty kick on a penalty in the box. And that allowed the Tigers to capture their first ever state championship in school history. Our Arvest player of the game is goalkeeper Nick Young, coach, and what a great job he did today.
Yeah, he had a great game. He was one of the reasons why he kept him in, and you can see here, it's an excellent save. And again, another big save here. Quick turn, another shot, and this is the one where he parries it, and then he makes the second save again. So thoroughly deserved. Excellent work by the goalkeeper.
And Nick Young, your Arvest Bank player of the game, his 10th shutout of the year. So congratulations to him, the senior goalkeeper. Let's go ahead and go to the PA as they present both teams with their medals and trophies.
Hector Frigoso. Alan Alfaro. Alexis Alfaro. Aiden Aviles. German Arroyo. Ernesto Rango. Sixto Kirk. Alexis Regoza. Lorenzo Estepinan.
I'm glad Fort Gibson won.
Moises Robles. Obed Gomez. Anthony Flores. Ethan Almaguer. Eduardo Flores. Cesar Gallos. And Abraham Romero. Receiving the Coach's Achievement plaque is Wes Furley. And now, your state runner-up trophy is presented to the Santa Fe South Saints. And now, for your state champions, the Fort Gibson Tigers. Assisting with the presentation from Fort Gibson, Superintendent Bill Glover, Assistant Superintendent Tom Stiles, Principal Gary Sparks, Assistant Principal Chuck London, and Athletic Director Gary Hendricks. Gentlemen, as your name is announced, please come forward to receive your medal. Nick Young, Fisher Taylor, Billy Tice, Colby Leonard, Teddy Hammond, Cade Cummings, Grayson Smith, Carter Lawson, Hayden Burt, Easton Davis, Marcos Estrada, Grayson Ramey, Keegan Hazelwood, Trace Johnson, Joel Anderson, Trapper Taylor, Asini Karazi, Alex McElmurray, Blake Faulkner, Sam Carter, Jace Walker, and Levi Colvin. Receiving the Coach's Achievement Plaque is Todd Friend. And now your state championship trophy is presented to the Fort Gibson Tigers. Congratulations to both teams for a tremendous season.
Well, congratulations to the Fort Gibson Tigers, first ever state championship in boys soccer in school history, and what a victory it was for their team and their fans and everybody that was here to celebrate with them today. We're now joined by the head coach, Todd Friend. Coach, congratulations. How'd that one feel?
A heart stopper.
Talk about the ending a little bit. I mean, you don't like it to come down to that situation, but when there's a penalty in the box, it's got to be called.
Yeah, and Colby Leonard made a good move and then played the ball to Grayson Ramey up top. And I was like, man, Grace is wide open. He's going to score. He's scored 21 goals this season. And I figured he's going to hit this shot. Well, then they took him out. So then I was kind of worried. I was like, man, he's got to put this in the back of the net.
Well, did you have any problems with who was going to take the penalty kick, Coach?
Absolutely not. We knew who was going to take it. He got taken out, and he's one of our forwards that scores goals, so might as well let him take it.
Well done. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah. And real quick before we let you go, talk about your keeper, Nick Young.
Nick, man, he's been playing big all year, but I think that was one of his biggest games. Just denying them. They had some good shots, some good opportunities, and he came out in the right times, and yeah, I can't say enough about Nick.
All right, Coach, go celebrate with your team. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Todd Friend, the head coach of the Fort Gibson boys. They finished 18-2. They won their last 16 soccer games. And how about that, Coach? The next game coming up, we hope this one is nearly as exciting as that one. It's the girls' 6A state title game. Union Lady Redskins trying for a three-peat.
Oh, this is going to be a great game. I mean, it's got all the hallmarks of classic.
All right, well, we hope it is another classic. You see the Redskins are on the field getting ready to warm up. That one coming up next. The final here, Fort Gibson wins it 1-0 in overtime. A penalty kick golden goal. We'll see you back here at 3:30 for the girls 6A state championship.
With Cox high-speed internet, you get access to super fast